We are back at Denver International Airport. This time we are headed to San Diego for a little Nuggets training camp. Hopefully security's not too bad. Have landed in San Diego. Now we just gotta get the rental car and go to Nuggets practice.
To take on a bigger leadership role this year with Ish and Jeff leaving and you being one of the real vets on this team?
I don't know if I try to take on a bigger leadership role. I just try to lead in my way. I try to be myself. Just try to lead by example. Try to be a positive voice. And just trying to make sure I hold the guys accountable and then allow them to also hold me accountable, and that we just continue to try to push forward as a collective unit day by day. And like I said, just trying to make sure I'm accountable for myself, for others, and then as well, I'm vulnerable. So that's the biggest things that I'm trying to do. And just trying to make sure that we all continue, like I said, to push forward together, and then we'll figure this thing out.
Day 2, back to Nuggets practice we go. How are we feeling?
I feel great, man. I mean, another day with the fellas. You look around at the weather. It's vibey. It's great. California is awesome when you don't have to stay here. And you can go back to Colorado eventually.
Exactly.
I mean, I've been with a lot of organizations. Everyone is different. This organization is a championship caliber organization. Obviously, they just won, but how they do things, what they expect from us, and that's something I appreciate. And after the organization, the players, there's no egos. We got the best player in the world, best few players in the world, and guys are cool on the court. They put you in actions with them. When you can get everybody, you get the best from everybody, regardless of 1 through 15. I mean, there's not much you can do with a team like that.
Again,
Oh,
you
God.
guys doing takeaways? I've got a big takeaway.
What's that?
Michael Malone rated my mustache today 8 out of 10.
That actually happened. Sadly, to admit that did happen.
Good morning. It is day 3, and I just realized I still haven't been to the beach. So we have a little bit before we have to go to practice, so I'm gonna fix that.
What stood out to me, you asked me yesterday, one of you guys did about the young guys, and I was the asshole that I am. I said none of them stood out. But all these young guys are working really hard. I think Julian's been really good. I mean, that guy's been not just shooting the ball well, but just picking everything up and doing all the small things. Jalen Pickett, he's got 10 assists, 1 turnover going into today's practice. So talk about taking the care of the ball at a high level. Hunter Tyson, he's like Larry Bird, man. Like the way he's shooting the 3-point shot is just tremendous, and he plays so hard.
Last day of camp, we are back at UC San Diego. We have checked out of our Airbnb, and we're here for the last Nuggets practice, but today we get to watch an actual scrimmage, so stay tuned for that.
So, who was the standouts today?
Just your favorite question, a standout. There's not a standout every day, you know that, right?
Is there one today?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the film. Guys, I tell you what, the scrimmage, I always like this because you take the first 3 days of camp and put it into a live situation. The first unit played really well. Jamal, Nicola, KCP. Threw Christian out there with that first group. Nicola, Aaron. They played well. But for the young guys, I think the biggest questions are which young guys are playing well. I think Peyton Watson's had a good camp. I think Julian has had a really good camp. Hunter Tyson, Jalen. I mean, it's hard for me to say just one guy was head and shoulders above the other. Nicola's kind of played great, but we're not posting him up every possession. But the amount of right plays that we're making is what stands out to me. That's all I care about. Are we as a unit making the right play, the right read, and having a great attention to the details? And after 4 days, I think, we definitely got better in these 4 days. But as I told our players, training camp is not over until the night we play the Lakers for our home opener.
All right, that is it. Training camp is in the books. Wind, what's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is we're going to talk about Justin Holiday a lot this season. Maybe training camp MVP, Kale. Who's your pick for training camp MVP?
Ooh, I got to go with Reggie Jackson. He was the talk of camp. He's in the conversation. He was the talk of camp.
Yeah.
Had an awesome interview with him yesterday. My biggest takeaway is the vibe around this team is incredible. I think they're ready to repeat. That's really all I have to say.